Welcome in everybody to Rocket City Reseller Presents Launchpad Reseller Podcast, where if you've been selling for 20 minutes or 20 years, we're sure there's something that you can learn and we can learn with you along the way. We are joined by none other than Tennessee treasures, this homeschooling mama when she's not schooling her baby, she's schooling us in all things toys. Ellie's joining us.
Hi, everybody.
And also from the wild world of whatnot, Ashley, she shed 244, the conductress.
The conductress?
Ooh,
oh, wow. That sounds... wow. Okay. Scared.
And of course, we've made it, guys. We have our first beard ever. First beard ever on the podcast. Steven's joining us. The beard is fine. Let's go.
What's up? What's up?
How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm living the dream. Can't complain.
That's awesome. Hey, Tiny Toys is in the chat. Welcome in, Tiny. Welcome in, Amanda.
Tiny Toys.
Oh, that's my wife. Hey, Amanda.
That's your wife.
I'm like, hey, welcome in, Amanda. That's my wife. But yeah, we wanted to just thank you very much, Steve, for joining. We appreciate you. We were just talking off camera about where you're from and all the things, but let's go ahead and introduce you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you got going on, all the things.
Okay. Well, to start off, my name is Steven. We go by the Beard Defines across all platforms. Doesn't matter what it is. Google it, you'll find it. We live over in North Carolina, so like we're sort of like a small local reseller because there's a ton of resellers here over in North Carolina, and so we started off doing like electronics, going to like these Amazon bin stores, getting stuff like super cheap, be able to sell them for a lot of money, make a lot of profit off of it. Then we dabbled in some electronic like mystery boxes, and then just trickled down. And now we're doing Disney, like complete. Like we're still selling some electronics, don't get me wrong, but I found a little bit of a passion with Disney stuff. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Love that.
That's awesome, man. Well, we love toys, so you had us at Disney.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bold. Seeing all the posts.
Guilty. So we're all toy resellers. I think you knew that. So that's great to hear that. Now I'm going to ask you the first question. I'm going to pass it over to the team to ask you a few additional ones. Are you a full-time or part-time reseller? I'm going to throw you a little softball.
So I'm a, I guess you could say part-time, like in quotes, because I don't care who you are. There's no such thing, to me personally, it's my personal opinion. There's no such thing as a part-time reseller because you're doing more work than if you might as well say you're doing it full-time. I mean, because you can be sourcing 5-6 days a week on top of that, plus trying to do some other stuff. So, in quotes, part-time.
Yeah.
I love that explanation.
I think Ellie had a similar explanation last week.
I have I'm a part-time reseller with a full-time inventory.
Yes.
I feel like we all relate to that. We all can relate to that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to open it up to the team. Ashley, what are your burning questions? Your hidden desires?
Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh. Well, my question is, what got you into reselling? What was the fire? What was the, oh, hey, let me start doing this?
So believe it or not, like I started reselling not as a company, but as just like here and there, probably when I was like 14, 15 years old. And it's just that thrill of being able to get something and haggle the price down enough. Like someone's wanting like, I don't know, for example, this little Disney Munchkin. Someone's wanting like $15 for it. And I'm like, well, that's cool, but I don't have enough money. I don't have $15. I've got like $5. And just trying to haggle that price down enough to where it makes it feel more comfortable to purchase it. And then also having to keep in the same mindset of like, that thing is worth like $20, $30. Like still the tag and everything. So if I can get it low enough, and then if I get into a bind like where I need some extra money, then I know I've got something sitting on the shelf to where I can go and sell it, on whatever platform it is, and trying to make some money to, pay in the debt, or if I need to go get like some double cheeseburgers from McDonald's because I'm struggling,
Oh
then
yeah.
got something.
Love that.
Absolutely.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
We like to eat. If you haven't figured it.
Oh yeah, I'm a big foodie.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
And then another question is, where all do you sell?
Ooh.
Everywhere or?
Ooh. So it depends on the item. So like, of course, our main platform is going to be eBay. I mean, that's where you get the most for whatever it is you're selling for. But eBay is always going to be our go-to. It used to be Facebook Marketplace. When we first started doing everything, ship it out, it was super easy, but I just got tired of like, is it still available? Yes. Nothing. I'm like, don't send me a message. You're wasting my time. I got other stuff I got to do. And then you wake up and you got like 30 messages for like 2 items. I'm like, this is stupid. So it's horrible. I hate it.
Yeah.
And so we eBay, and then we converted onto Whatnot, because everyone's doing it. Let's try it out. And we did good. I'm not gonna lie, we're up to like 3,000 followers on Whatnot. So it's
let's go.
it was a struggle.
Yeah.
And like selling electronics, selling shoes, trying to figure out Whatnot, because it can be very intimidating. So we figured it out, but then inventory just like came to a halt, and electronics are super expensive, because I don't know if you saw in the electronics category, but everyone and their mama is now selling like brand new iPads for like $60 to $100. And I'm like, I can't even get $30 for one. Like,
Yeah.
no, I can't do it anymore. So we stopped doing that completely. I quit doing Whatnot for like a year, because I'm like, I don't have enough time. We were looking at buying a house and everything. But then my wife got hooked on doing like Disney doorables and Loungefly bags. And so then it brought us up to buy a collection of Squishmallows. And it was a 10 by 30 storage unit full of brand new Squishmallows with tags. And there's, as I said, there's Squishmallows, there's Bum Bums, all kind of stuff. And so what got me getting that unit is we started dabbling in claw machines, because I'm like, I need some passive income. And like, if this reselling just kicks the bucket and I'm screwed, then I need some kind of passive income, because my goal was to quit working full time and do this, just be able to work for myself. That's my goal. But I'm glad I didn't, because we moved into a bigger house to where we got more room, to where we can fill it with all kind of junk now. And
it's not junk, it's prized possessions, okay? It's money sitting there, okay? Don't call it junk.
Profit piles.
Well, you see my garage, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, that's good. That's some like Goodwill, like
Life of
stuff right there.
My treasures.
But yeah, I got hooked on the claw machine stuff and started venturing in that a little bit. And then I got back on Whatnot. We did a couple of shows on the Disney category, and it's going really, really good. I'm very surprised. I'm very happy. I'm not going to complain by no means. And then there's the last platform. It's a very new platform that some people know about, some people may not know about it. It's called Palm Street. Palm Street is like Whatnot. It's a live auction. Fees are just a little bit less, so better for resellers. Palm Street started off by selling just plants. So if you go on there now, there's like, I don't know, maybe like a couple hundred people selling plants. And I'm like, how is this even possible? Like, you're gonna sell plants? Blew my mind.
Category and Whatnot too, I think.
There is actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
I first
Yeah,
came
this-
on, I was actually mesmerized by it. I fell
Yeah.
into this plant hole.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't have a green
But
thumb by
we,
any means. We kill
Get
everything.
your plants.
Our children are
I-
still
so I
alive, though.
talked to what was his name? Mike. I think his name's Michael from Palm Street, and he was like, "Yeah, it's all started selling plants and everything. They do like thousands and thousands of dollars each day selling plants." I'm like, "Don't tell me that, because then I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go buy some plants and see if I can sell them, because
you
that's
gotta grow the
what I
plants.
do. I'm going to buy some fake plants and sell them.
There you
Like,
go.
look, these won't die. They won't damage. Like, you're good."
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Absolutely.
go down to
Nah,
Joanne
man, it's-
Fabrics when they're going out of business and buy all their fake flowers.
So that
Yeah.
makes the name make more sense. I've heard of. I just downloaded Palm Street last week. I think
Hmm.
I was approved to be a seller. I haven't done anything with that. I don't know what the toy category looks like over there. So
Small, so
Yeah.
room to grow.
That's good.
I didn't see the kind of loose toys. Like I seen Doorables and Jelly
Mhm.
Cats and like the big things, but I didn't see like the kind of stuff that I saw. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a try.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
If you look at it this way, it's new, right? So you could be the very first one to start selling that. You could be the OG for the new platform.
Oh snap!
Just saying.
I got a new
Here we
name for
go.
Steven. The Bearded Wisdom.
Hey,
Oh,
There's wisdom in all that
I mean-
beard.
I might be young, but I've seen a
gonna
lot of
say,
stuff.
I was saying you are young, and let's talk about that for a second. When did you start
God.
reselling? Let's talk about it. When did you start reselling? Was it something that you discovered at an early age, or is it something you came to over time? Like, what was it? Like, what year do you recall?
So I'm 36. So
Man, I need to get
Start-
a beard.
like, I
You look
started-
great.
thank you. Hey, I got some grays. Like, I keep it cut back. Like, don't let I got some grays going on. And yeah, it was like I was 14 when I first started like buying a couple things. Like I started working as a put some people like push the buggies, like buggy cart person
Yeah.
at Winn-Dixie. Because growing up I didn't have a lot of money. Like I grew up poor. We lived in a small trailer park, and my mom worked full time at Winn-Dixie. My dad, he off and on couple different places. But yeah, growing up, I didn't have a lot of money, so we had to make do with what we had. So, 14, I'm like, okay, great. I can start working, start having my own money. I can go to the skating rink when I want to, and do whatever I want to. But then I have to start working, and I'm like, this sucks. Like, I'm not
It
here
was all
pushing
that time,
buggies. Yeah. Well, the good thing is, well, I guess it was because it was like on the weekend, but work during the day, party at night. So it worked out.
Work hard, play harder. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it really, my reselling really jumped off when I graduated high school in 07. Because I started working in sales as a sales rep for a car lot. So learning that aspect of like wholesale and different things like that really is what
Mhm.
jumped it off for me.
Yeah. What do you think it was about those early years in car sales that helped you now, you think?
I mean, patience, understanding your customer, understanding the needs, and that's the way I tell people in the whatnot group I'm in, for the doorables and everything. It's a sale can bring people in. Advertisement can bring people in. Doesn't matter what it is. It's your job to make them stay. So having that type of personality that is that can connect with them and make them laugh, make them feel comfortable. To me, that's the biggest thing about it, especially if you're selling on a live platform or selling face to face. eBay sales doesn't matter. You can be the grumpiest person in the world. Who cares? You're not talking to them. But the local sales and stuff like that, that's having that type of personality is really what helps me, especially going to theater in high school. branching out and being able to,
Fellow theater
you
kid.
know, thespian, honor thespian.
Thespian, yes.
Okay, don't ask me what
I
trooper
was-
means because I had no clue.
I was cha-cha, okay, in Greece. Yeah.
Okay. I'm a tech nerd, so I'm
I helped with yep, we all had to help with that too, so fun.
Yep.
Love it.
Okay, I did
but yeah,
props. I helped in props. That's it. Okay, guys. Nobody's gonna be live speaker like up in it. No, but yes, props.
Yeah.
Hey,
I went to
without
school
props,
during a
there's no
time
play.
I was going to say I went to a school in a place that had no drama other than the kind that we brought from home.
No drama club is sad. Oh no.
The drama club was at home.
BYOD? BYOD?
Yeah,
Bring your own drama?
Yeah.
Helps with reselling though, let me tell you, being able to mitigate that. So thespian, auto sales,
Mhm.
then I'm starting to see a theme here. So I think for live reselling is the future of reselling, in my opinion. I was going to ask you.
Oh yeah.
I think Ashley and Ellie can agree that that's the writing on the wall. You hear it a lot in some of the bigger names. You know, Gary Vee will go on and on for years about it. People need to listen. So all those things are starting to roll up into one now. Your ability to deal with customer service, right? I would assume as an auto sales rep, you had to deal with, taking your shot and being disappointed, so.
Oh yeah.
Taking risk and doing those things. How has that formed you as a entrepreneur as well? Because I would consider all of us resellers as entrepreneurs. What do you think is the key takeaway with that? So
that's tough.
Do you feel like it was something that informed your decision when you finally were to do eBay, or was it something that you used as a tool in your toolbox, I guess?
I mean, I would definitely say it's more of a tool.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never been asked that.
Yeah. We get deep here. It's like a therapy session.
Right.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Which is good. It's good though.
We're gonna dig it up. Bury it, then
okay.
Resuscitate it.
Okay. Ask me one more time. Let me process.
Yeah. Let's talk about it. So, auto sales. You're becoming the person. You're the rejection, all the things, right? Now you're going into all that customer service vibe and all the other stuff. What is it? Is it informing your decision later on to go into eBay? Is it helping you with other things at the time that led to eBay? Like, what was the transition from Steven Thespian auto sales to online selling? What is that?
Okay.
What does that trajectory look like? Help us understand that a little bit better.
So I would say the main decision to do all this stuff, the idea of being acting and being the car salesman and stuff like that, I would prefer to sell face to face because it's all on acting. You create who you are with that person at the time. Now, when we started changing over to eBay, it was during the year that no one wants to talk about because of
Capital
COVID.
Yeah. A lot of us came up during that time in reselling. So
yeah.
Weird time.
And I met started watching Harry Tornado then. And like seeing his growth just take off. I was like, that's crazy. But yeah, that was it had to change how we do things. If that time wouldn't have happened, I don't think I would have did eBay because I like talking to people. I enjoy, if I could go to flea market and set up every single day, I would, because that's what. It's going to sound really bad. I know it's going to sound bad when I say this. You can make someone buy something for a higher price by just talking with them.
Hmm.
Then if they see it online for a
There's a lot
certain
of truth
price, they're
in-
like,
Yeah, there's a lot of
"Hmm,
truth to that.
There's a psychology to this.
There is, and
there is."
Psychology in sales. So definitely.
Amanda said in chat, she said, I feel like that would help develop a persona where you can adapt and appeal to people in order to sell. And I think that's where you were going. Sounds like you guys are like
Mhm.
lockstep in that thinking. That makes sense because when you think about Whatnot, it's called a show when you set it up, right? A show,
Mhm.
which speaks to your, ability to have a persona. I don't want to say you're acting because you are your genuine, authentic self. There's that. Let's just be clear. But also, people come to be entertained as well. It's not only buying. So I think
Yeah.
that aspect of it, and correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds like maybe eBay is a very lonely thing, or it can end up being a very lonely thing, whereas Whatnot is more of a interactive ability to engage. And it sounds like you're more of that type of seller where you like engaging from what you just said.
Oh yeah.
So that all tracks with you, and yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think with eBay, I mean, eBay's great. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, if you're trying to get the most for your item and you're looking for like consistent sales, eBay all day long. You can track the history of the item. You can see your, listed versus your sold. Should I pick this up? Especially new resellers. If you're new, then I highly recommend starting with eBay, because if you're just getting into it and
Learn
then
to
you're starting
resell,
to
right?
want to do whatnot,
Yeah.
like I'm sorry, but it's going to take you a longer time to develop your sales and whatnot if you're new versus if you're starting to dabble in eBay, learning the concept of sold, listed, and etc. Because a lot of people don't have extra money, especially now. Like past couple of years, things have been a little bit tight. Economy's like been like a little wavy going on, and some people just don't want to take 30 minutes of their time to go to a Goodwill or go thrifting or look on Facebook Marketplace to try and find something that is flippable in a budget price point. And that could be $20. Like go look on Facebook Marketplace and see if you can find something that's, they're asking $60 for it. Haggle them down as much as possible and try and get it down for like $30, $40, knowing that you look that item up on eBay and it's worth $150. They're gonna be like, well, that's wrong. You shouldn't haggle it down. I'm sorry. I will haggle something down as much as possible because at the end of the day, that person is getting money for an item. I'm then taking the responsibility and the risk to take said item, put it on eBay, and sit on it until it sells. So the risk is now on me, not you, but me.
There's something to be said about the art of the deal. I think I think a lot of newer resellers that are coming up kind of maybe have lost that quite a little bit, just a tad. We're from a bartering culture, I would say in general worldwide. I mean, that's how selling started, right? To barter services and trade, right? So I think it speaks to that at its root, and there's nothing wrong with haggling. I, if this is these are the ones that I like the most is like when someone comes in exactly at half, I know exactly who I'm dealing with. If they're coming in right at half, I'm like, this is my person. Like Steven feels, this is my person. Because I'm the same way, Steven. I walk up to a yard sale, and I did it not too recently, where before Squishmallows went the way they went, but walked up and I was like, how much for these Squishmallows? And he was just like, $7 for this one, $5 for this one. I was like, how about I do you the favor? I said, how about if I took them all for 20? That way you didn't have to bring them back in the house. He was just like helping me load the car. I spoke to his inner person, right? The guy that that's his wife was inside. She probably gave him hell later, but have that conversation and speak to the fact that they don't want to bring this stuff back in when you're at a yard sale, and it's okay to haggle and it's okay to do this. You know, be shameless in your reselling, and it's okay.
Mhm.
Let's normalize the fact that it's okay to haggle. You know, a lot of people find that icky. Ellie, what do you think?
It's expected in the Hispanic culture, so I think I am a pro
Mm,
at haggling. Not everybody likes it. Some people look down upon it, but honestly,
yeah.
like when you go to the flea markets, um, especially like Chicago flea markets, it's a lot of Hispanic people out there. It's it's weird when people don't haggle. So
What about you,
I
Ashley? Haggle or no haggle?
Haggle. I've gone to garage sales and like, oh, how much is that? And they're like, oh, it's like, okay, I'll think about it. I walk around and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take these items. Oh, well, were you interested? Nah. And then I go to leave and then, hey, will you take it for this? Oh, heck yeah, I will. Boom, gone. I'm like, yeah, I think I got an ottoman that way for $5. I was like, sure, thanks.
Yeah.
yeah,
Amanda
No.
in chat is saying that she loves asking. It's okay to have no shame.
no shit.
I think that it's a part of it. And I think people, to a degree, expect it, maybe just a little. But once you roll up to a yard sale and they have eBay sheets printed out, I don't even know at that point if it's worth it. I would
Yeah.
just probably turn around and just keep it moving, put your resources
But
and your energy somewhere else.
I was gonna say with
Yeah.
that, it's one of those
Yeah.
things too that you gotta test the waters. So if they have
Mm,
those eBay sheets out, it's like, hey, this is what it goes for. And then two, it's does it even go for that, or they just printed out some sheets? Because I'm seeing a lot. So Facebook Marketplace, yes, but I have drop sites where people post items and they're like, it's vintage toys. Look what it sells for on eBay. And I'm like, no, those are listings. They're not even sold
Yep.
comps. So you have to, and it's like, so some people will just put that to kind of like, hey, it's worth this. But at the end of the day, it's the same concept as Bob. I really don't want to take that back in, and the likelihood of me ever getting that amount of money is slim to none. So, but I'll be the first one. Yard sales, and I know I'm probably gonna mess up a whole lot of people, but if there's a lot of clothes, I'm out. I don't even stop. I keep
Mm,
going. I want all the other stuff. I'm just not a
hard
clothing
goods, yeah.
person. I'm not that person. But the other one, garage sales, if they don't have prices, I'm like, okay, that's where you test the waters. And it's like,
Mm,
okay,
Mhm.
hey, how much is this? And then you can start gauging it. And then you start getting, and then it's like you get a feel for it. So I think some people are like, oh, they don't have prices. I don't want to ask. Or they ask on one item and they're like $40. And it's like, oh, that's ridiculous. Keep picking up more items because sometimes they think it has greater value, the first item, and something else they don't think has value, and so you can kind of gauge that too. So yeah,
that's a good
love
point. A
garage
very,
sale.
very good point. Like
Good.
perceived value is a funny thing, right?
mm,
Mhm.
I have this Hot Wheel car that I paid $1.75 for, right, or whatever it was. Um, there's somebody out there that maybe can't find this in their area. Perceived value all of a
Mhm.
sudden changed, right? Now,
right.
is it still worth $1.75, or is it worth more? And
Mhm.
that's what the art of reselling is.
Mm,
Some people find that icky, but hey, listen, Walmart does it, right? Are you mad at Walmart? Do you go in there and ask for a discount? No, because they work with suppliers. I consider my yard sale and my vendors suppliers, right?
well, let me say this.
Wholesale connection, retail is what I'm doing. How am I any worse or better than Walmart? Leave it in the comments if you think I'm worse or better than Walmart.
Here's the thing, though. Every I think garage sales is different because every sale is going to be different. You never know if somebody's out there really trying to make money or just trying to get rid of stuff.
Hmm.
I used to sell it at flea markets. And when I tell you I had a 10 by 30 storage unit jam packed with stuff, I'm like begging people to take stuff. Please take it. Like, you know, and I'm going to give you a good deal. And the more you take, the better deal I'm going to give you because I don't want to take all this crap back home. And that's not always the case, right? You're going to get sellers that are looking for higher dollars. You're going to get sellers that know the value and want to maybe retain the value or get some of their money back on the items that they bought. But so many times, um, even at garage sales, because we're consumers, right? Over consumers.
Mhm.
We have all kind of crap. I think we can attest to that better than anybody. But even the regular home that doesn't resell just gathers so much stuff, and when they take that stuff out for a garage sale, you're going to see the free yard sale leftovers at the end, or somebody please come pick this up. So I'm not sure they understand the hate for the haggle because like me on the other end as a flea market seller, please come haggle, please come make a deal, please come take some of this stuff, right?
You just got to load it up at the end of the day and bring it
Right.
back. It's worth more.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get what you can get that day and be okay and still make some. What do you think, Steven? Do you think it's do you think that are you the type of person to educate when you see those eBay signs at yard sales?
Yes. We go to some yard sales. We see a lot more in like estate sales whenever we go to estate sales. They'll be like, this is listed for this on eBay, and I'm like, what's the sold comps? Like, I could sell this. I could have this thing listed for $60 on eBay. Doesn't mean it's going to sell. I mean, you're talking like I could sit on this for a year at $60. No one's going to buy it.
Right.
They're selling for 10, 15, $6, $2, whatever. But I will say this: I want to test every single one who's in here and who's watching. Go to a retail place. Doesn't matter what it is. Go to a retail place and haggle the price. I've done it.
You're talking like Walmart?
Oh, I've experienced it. Yeah, I've experienced it from the manager side of the haggle. Yeah, and I'll be the first one. Displays and stuff. If they're if they're not demo displays and it's end of season, heck yeah, I'll cut you a deal. And it's like because you want it gone.
Amanda in chat, my wife says she's done it.
Like we there's a discount store, and granted it's not like it's not a retail store, so it's just a discount store, but they have their costs just like anyone else does. And I purchased 200 Squishmallow keychains for $1 each.
Nice.
And I'm like, I could put those in the claw machine and make some bank out of those things, or I can sell them for $250 max, or just give them away. I mean, I'm in $1, but we went and picked up new furniture. Right, this is where it gets crazy. So we went to Ashley Furniture and picked up a new couch and love seat. And my wife gets so mad at me when I do this. But I'm like, you never know unless you ask. You have to ask. If you don't, then you're gonna be like, man, I should have asked. So I'm like, we're dealing with the manager face to face, and I'm like, hey, so if I buy both of these, like, can I get like a little discount or something, or something? And she's like, oh well, I knock off like an additional like 6%. I'm like, done. I'll buy it right now. I'm like,
you were already planning on buying both, right?
Exactly.
Right. So hey,
your wife want to let you walk out that door without both.
Well, like you go to a restaurant. Just saying. You go to a restaurant. You can do the same thing at a restaurant. The U.S. even like the U.S. is consumed with so much stuff, right? Restaurants throw away stuff. Dollar General, all these box stores throw away stuff. I used to dumpster dive, and we're gonna get back into it. So, we used to dumpster dive. The amount of stuff they throw away for free. You just go get it out of the dumpster. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
And
dumpsters ain't even dirty.
No, they're not. And, like I found so much stuff, and but we were built as a society on the trade and barter system. Like that's how we was able to come together as a society and start having, jobs, money, and there's all kinds of different stuff like that. I mean, if you think about it, back in the day, you had a blacksmith, right? You're like, my horse needs some new horseshoes, but I'm really good at doing this. Can we work out something? Yeah, I need that done. Instead of me paying that person to do it, we'll trade services.
Yeah.
No problem. I've done that with video editing. I've done that with all kind of different stuff. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing that. Some people get uncomfortable with it, but at the end of the day, I mean, you're only hurting yourself if you don't ask.
Correct.
Yeah.
Love it.
I think my wife signed into my other account. She said, tell Krista she's coming, I think, to hold her legs while she's digging. Must be like a poo in the panda thing, or a poo in the honey pot.
As she's digging in the dumpster, she'll help.
While she's in the dumpster diving.
She said she'd help.
Yeah, she would definitely help do
So she's went with me once. She get like when we did dumpster diving, she was very nervous about it, which is understandable. I mean, because you're like, I don't care what people think of me. I don't care I don't care. It does not bother me whatsoever. I can be wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt, going out shopping, do whatever. I don't care. I don't care what I look like. At the end of the day, I answer for me, and I answer to one person, and that's it. I don't care what other people say about me. Nothing. So, but some people have that persona where they're like, I don't want people to see me doing this and think different of me. And
I used to think that.
Yeah.
At some point, I lost that shame.
Well, I think that goes to, like, that's even with reselling in general. It does, because I think we've had different conversations. Like, you go to the thrift store, you're coming out with this whole buggy full of toys, and they're like, oh, are you buying those for the kids? Yep, sure am. And keep it trucking. I mean, I've never had somebody, I think once, I go every Thursday to a local thrift store. Thursdays are for thrifting, FYI. I go every Thursday. I'm always buying toys, other stuff. And one time they're like, do you resell? And I was like, holy crud. Nobody's ever asked me that. And I was just kind of like, I don't know how to answer that. And I was kind of like, no. I was like, no. But I mean, they're not dumb. And at some point you start learning the regulars who are going in. But I think there is shame in it. And then I think, like, for my generation, I say as a collective, I don't want to speak for everybody here, but we all grew up poor. I know I did. Like, I remember my mom telling me, like, we had a spoonful of peas left and we saved it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up like that it was considered, and I don't know why, going to the thrift store was considered a faux pas, like, oh, you're so poor, you have to go there. And then now to see it, that all, like, if you look, social media, everything, it's the coolest thing ever, like, you need to go. Yeah. And I'm like, what? So the stigma is somewhat left, but yeah, there are those negative connotations with both. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's trendy now because who wore it better, my grandma or I, type of thing, you know what I mean? Grandma had style. Let's face it. Now all these, Gen Zers are going into thrift stores, and they're just like, want to wear those trendy things that,
I just think that this changed the game. Once everybody started sharing and uploading, and people started seeing, oh, you pulled that out of a dumpster, you pulled that out of a thrift store. Like, I need to go try.
Yeah, I think
it's natural.
The era of TikTok is what blew everything up. Short form videos, because our attention span, like with me, if I'm like, I know I've got to wash the dishes, but let me go do this, and like a couple minutes later I'm like, crap, what was I doing? I'm like, and I forget about doing the dishes.
Guilty.
Yeah. So like our attention span is very small, so short form videos blew everything out of the water. Going to garage sales, flea markets, you name it, that type of place. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if you've got $500 in your account and you're like, I don't really have enough money to go and buy this name brand stuff, let me see if I can go to the thrift store and get a good deal on something, or an estate sale or whatever. I mean, it's all about just how to spend your money wisely.
Yeah. for sure.
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why we're doing this podcast, Stephen, is because we want to try to help those that are out there that might be in those positions and they're struggling and they're not sure
Mhm.
exactly how they're going to make ends meet. That's not a tale that's different than any other generation. I think every generation has those moments. There's the poor and middle class. I think it's just shrinking now, right? Middle class is shrinking. The poor is, I won't get too much into that because, it can become political. So, but I think that there is room for being able to survive a dark time through reselling. What I mean by that is that you can use this as a lever to make the difference between maybe missing a mortgage payment and maybe not missing a mortgage payment, or putting food on the table as opposed to not, or paying for your prescriptions, or something to that regard. If you're retired and having to try to maybe go back to work because of your 401k and how it was invested or whatever, there is room here for you. Even though there's a million of us reselling, I'm telling you there is still room because your unique perspective, they can't take that from you. That's your unique eye for something. There's something that you are passionate about. And when I say you, I mean the collective, whoever's watching this right now. You have a unique perspective on things. You can go out there and find that item that brings you passion, enjoyment. I guarantee you there's an entire community out there that would enjoy seeing what you have and what you're, even if you are creative, right? You take stuff and you upcycle it. There's so many different ways to do this. You have not a lot of money, curbside pickup, right? You see stuff on the side of the road, curbside, upcycle, Facebook Marketplace. Get your cash roll up, right? Next thing you know, you're taking that cash, you're using it for other stuff. So there's ways to do this. So be encouraged if you're out there and you're listening to us, that there's room at the table, and there's always room here on this podcast for new sellers, and also in our community. We're all on social media in some way or another. Feel free to reach out to us because we're building a reseller community on socials, and we want you to be a part of that. So I'll go ahead and get off my soapbox and get back to the conversation. But it's what I'm passionate about and why I want to do this podcast and what I enjoy about reselling. Because I am a part-time reseller, and you're right, there are no part-timers out there. Most part-time resellers are more probably passionate than full-time. I'm just going to throw that out there. So I don't mean to come at the full-time resellers, but I would say pound for pound, if you put a part-time reseller up against a full-time reseller, they're going to be able to stand their ground every time. What are your thoughts, Stu?
Oh yeah,
Part-time,
I mean
full-time?
it's all about that grind. I mean, part-time people, there's a reason why they're having to do it, right? And it's either one, you need to pay off some debt, because you need some extra money, or you just have that passion for that, to be able to start something from nothing and grow it as much as possible. Scaling it from $5 investment to now, your net worth is $20,000-$30,000 that you've got in the bank account because you're grinding. It's an everyday hustle, regardless of what your passion is. It could be making bread. I mean, you can make bread for a
Call it
living,
artisan and go
and
down to
that's your hustle.
call it artisan and go down to the what's that called? Marketplace, like down in your local town. Those guys are asking $30 for a loaf of bread and they're getting it. So
Yeah.
how's their bread any better than yours?
Exactly. I mean, there's a lady that I work with. She's so I'm my full-time job. I'm a full-time sales rep for a textile plant. So I mean, granted, yes, I am a sales rep full-time, but one of my coworkers, she just started doing this, and she makes cakes. She loves making cakes, making cookies, and all kind of stuff. And I told her, I was like, why are you not doing something with that? She's like, well, I just don't have the time, the money. And I'm like, that's the excuse. Time, you can make time for it. It takes 40 minutes tops if you're making cookies from scratch, maybe. I don't know. I just eat them. I don't make them. But say it takes less than an hour to do it. Okay. So you do that. You start making cookies. You sell cookies at an event. and now you're known as the cookie lady or cookie person. It's all about taking something that you're passionate about and turning it into something. With each one of us specialize, even though we might all sell different things, each one of us specialize in one particular item. And I know that item off the top of my head. I know everything about that item. And am I passionate about it? Yes. But I'm also trying to learn other things to try and grow in those categories, just like what we're doing with Disney and stuff like that or whatnot. But the whole saying to that is full-time resellers versus part-time resellers. Full-time, they just do it from, a couple of hours a day. They've got the income coming in, right? Because they've got X amount of dollars coming in. But part-time resellers, they have to keep it going. Because if you stop, that's it. Like we took a break, and I challenged myself to do this on eBay. I quit selling on eBay. I quit listing. I quit taking pictures for about a month, 2 months, and my sales dropped down to like $3,000. And I'm like, okay, $3,000 is a lot of money when you're looking at your dollar wise on eBay, but growing it, like I pushed myself to like, okay, I gotta list some stuff. Let's get some stuff sold. And now I was able to get it up within 30 days to like almost 11. So I'm like, anyone can do it. It's just stop watching TV all the time.
Scrolling
Or
on
if you want to
TikTok.
watch TV,
Doom
You gotta
scrolling.
work. No, just...
Well, that's
Yeah,
the thing, right?
absolutely.
I think that's what it is a lot of times people will, I don't want to say complain, but let's just face it, we're human. At the end of the day, comfort is a hard thing to break through. If you're comfortable, are you surviving or are you thriving? I've spoken about this many times. I won't drone on about it, but there is something to that. Growth takes breaking free from comfort. You are never going to reach that level of, sure, you can win the lottery, you can be that lucky person, but even that takes choice and opportunity. You have the choice to walk into a gas station and buy a lottery ticket and the opportunity to do so because you have $1 in your pocket. So even that takes that. Some people call that luck, but you have a choice and opportunity to be a reseller too. Which one is the better option of maybe striking, success, right? But that comes at work. A lot of times people say, oh, well, you're so lucky on whatnot, whatever. They don't see the 11 p.m. nights and the 5 a.m. mornings. They don't see the grind and actual, hundreds of thrift stores you went to before you found that thing. You got to intentionally put yourself in front of stuff and grow yourself to a point of discomfort to be successful. And this is what anything, not even take reselling out of it for a second and just focus on your career for a second. Be uncomfortable. If you are scared to death, guess what, friend? You're doing it right. You are actually, you're thriving and you don't even know it yet. You are terrified. Good job, because you did it. You figured it out. But be the person that takes that energy and uses it to further the needle. And I'll stop there. So I get going, Stephen. I get going. Reverend Bob's going to come out.
Well, so take what just happened this past weekend. We just went through the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
So you look at the linemen, right, on team A, team B. So team A might be, 6'8", probably not 500 pounds, probably like 350 pounds, all muscle. And then you got a guy that's on the other side of the line that is a little bit shorter, a little bit smaller. And you look at them two, you're like, oh, the dude that's jacked, he's got him. But it's that dog that's in that smaller guy that's going to be like, no, I'm not going to let him push me around. I've got this. So just keep that in mind. Like, yeah, there might be people out there bigger than you. What is it?
Yeah, there's a question in chat. Tiny and I think Amanda both had they want to know if you sell anywhere other than eBay, Palm Street, or whatnot. Do you sell on Mercari or Jamba or any other sites? Sorry.
I know I don't like Macari because the shipping labels, just saying. Like, I use a 4x6 thermal label and I can never get it to do right, so I've never done Macari.
Hit me up after this.
what's
I got you. I got you.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
What's
it's
what's
not too terrible.
Poshmark?
Poshmark and Depop and
Yeah.
what else? Say what's
So-
Jamba?
I don't know what
What's
Jamba is.
Jamba? I've never heard Jamba.
Okay, me either.
I've heard of Jamba Juice.
Yeah, we did. We're still technically on Poshmark because we went to that era for clothing and shoes and stuff like that. Maybe one item per 3 months, if that.
But would you sell clothing?
Poshmark is like,
Yeah, I was just gonna say, would you sell clothing? Like, say you're over it, right? You're over the quarter zip. Would you donate
Mhm.
or would you sell it? What's the reseller heart say? Are you the type of person to go ahead and list this, or donate it and keep it moving for something else that you're more passionate about?
because I went through the whole clothing thing, unless it's brand new with tags and I can look at the resale value and like there's 5 listed, 100 sold, then that's the only way I'm gonna do it. I'm not like, I can't. I don't. My passion for clothing.
You gotta be
I hate
really
taking
passionate.
pictures.
Yeah,
You do. You do.
Yeah.
you really do. You really do. I have a
Now,
bunch
shoes?
of stuff. Yeah,
I can do shoes all day.
Hmm.
They're easy.
there's just something about I don't know. Let's talk about shoes for a second because Nike and all the brands, right? Everybody goes for this. Man, the shoe resellers at the bins, whew, crazy.
Mm.
Do you think that there's just something about it? I feel like there's a stigma around shoes. Like, obviously they're trendy right now. Top 5 in eBay, matter of fact, for resale. So if you can find the right pair of shoes and be trendy and all that stuff. So my thing is, I can't get over the smell, Steve. Like, what does that look like for workflow? I mean, it's a used pair of sneakers. At some point, it was worn. You know, I just can't do it. How do you deal with that?
I mean, I don't know about y'all, but like, there's only certain brands I look for, especially like if we go thrifting.
Mhm.
Because I mean, Skechers, I can be working my time. I look for Hoka, Asics,
Hey Dude?
Nike, of course. No Hey Dudes, no.
I have no idea.
Like, yeah, no. So like, I look at it like this: if your shoe, like when you buy a pair of shoes, right,
Yeah.
brand new, a pair of Hokas can range anywhere from like 150 to $200, depending on
Whoa.
the model.
Holy cow!
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
They made the
so like
gold
that's
seal.
if you're buying them brand new in the box. That's not going to like no discount store, nothing like that. So the reason why those are being donated is because runners clock their miles,
Mhm.
and so they run in that particular shoe X amount of miles, then they go to another pair. So runners will keep
Whoa.
2 pair typically of running shoes, and they'll alternate in those shoes, so that way their feet don't hurt. So Asics and Hokas are really good about that. So you're not going to sell those to another runner, because I've been asked so many times on eBay, do you know how long, or do you know how many miles were ran in them? I'm like, oh, I
That's
have
interesting. I
50.
never.
Never
no
had
clue.
that question.
Really?
Yeah, that's an interesting
Yeah,
question. But
I
that's
mean-
you bring up a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, I mean, it's of course, conditions everything. But those Hokas or Asics or whatever the shoe is that you find, you're going to be selling those just to anyone off the street. You're not selling those to a runner. So those you can get more from the reseller standpoint than you can like Skechers or like just everyday, what I consider everyday shoes.
So you're selling it to that person. You ever see those Salt Life stickers that are on cars, but they're in the middle of nowhere? And
Mhm.
I'm like, how are you living the salt life? You're in landlocked. So you're basically saying, you're telling the person that wants that run life that never ran a day in their life. They just are trendy and it's
Mhm.
trending. And I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I sold
that type of thing bothers
a
me when someone
janky
has one of
pair
those
of
stickers. I'm
what's
like,
it,
what?
what's the boot? Thurgood?
I think so.
Thurgood?
Yeah.
Yeah. These things were beat. And I mean I still got like $80 out of them.
Nice.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
surprised, but I was like, okay, sure. Like, but I mean, it's because, when it comes to shoes, or especially even clothing, I don't know. I just don't have that passion for clothing.
Yeah.
I got out of it. The
I
wife
think,
was wanting to get into it a lot, and I'm like,
well, you're in the
it's not
area of
really
the
doing
world.
well for us.
You're in the area of the world where do you see Western? Because right now Western's hot. Do you see that in your area in North Carolina, or is that just trendy everywhere else? Because right
No.
now, if you did a Google search for Western wear, and
Mhm.
how I know this is because I watch a lot of Flip the World Texas content. Right now, he's finding all kinds of stuff Western out there. So apparently it's a
Oh,
thing.
it
I was
is.
just curious in your area if it was. We're all in the
Uh,
South, I think. So I don't
I
see it
mean,
trending here in Alabama. I don't know about you guys, in Georgia or Tennessee, but someone out there loving that Western wear.
now if
So
it's a pearl snap, then I mean I've seen a couple of like true pearl snaps, but I
yeah.
mean, like I live in a small, I wouldn't say small, but Catawba County, which is like above Charlotte and below like Boone over in North Carolina. And
Hmm.
like we have a lot of Carhartt, but it's like the cheaper Carhartt stuff.
Okay,
Um,
yeah. Not the
like there's
stuff
a
from
store, I
20
don't know
years
if y'all
ago.
have one.
Yeah,
Yeah, like Gabe's. Do you have a Gabe's?
we do. Yeah.
Do we? Yeah.
There's
Okay,
one
does your
there's
Gabe's have
one
Carhartt?
that's a good question. I don't think I've been into it yet. It's newer for us. So, but we have
So,
seen it like at, there's a few like truck stops down here that are
mhm,
now carrying Carhartt. I would assume that's where you're going with this. Is like it's
yeah,
the newer stuff. It's not like I have a jacket that my mom got me about like an eon ago now. Carhartt jacket, and it's probably worth a couple $100. It just sits there, and I don't use it. I'm in Alabama. If I ever have to put Carhartt on in Alabama, it's cold.
Yeah.
This year came close. I almost put that thing on. It's been cold everywhere. But yeah, I think I know what you mean by that.
yeah.
So
I mean, I think, and I know with a lot of like discount stores, so like for example, Ross, TJ Maxx, like you'll see Carhartt, Nike, a lot of name brand stuff in there, but it's not coming from the actual company. To dive into that a little bit deeper, is there's other companies that will produce Adidas and sell it to just Ross, and it's produced just for Ross. So the tag's different. So you have to pay attention to it. Same way with Carhartt. Same way with True Religion. Like True Religion used to be huge,
Mm-hmm.
and like you don't really hear about it anymore. And it's because of that simple fact. There's other companies that will produce that product and have the okay to do it, but it's not the true version of it. It's made using cheaper products.
yeah,
Um, and that's the reason why they can sell it at Ross and TJ Maxx and etc. Because it's using cheaper stuff. The company I work for full time is a thread company. So I sell industrial sewing thread to said companies, these cut and sew facilities. And I mean, to make a t-shirt, you're talking 50 cents max. That's the actual sewing thread and the fabric.
Wow.
50 cents to make a shirt.
yeah.
So you just got to pay attention. That's the reason why there's a lot of stuff that's being watered down. Let me say it that way.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
recently saw a reel about this where the outlet stores will have the same brand as you would see in a non-outlet store, and like they had the tag will be just slightly different. They would have like a dot dot in it. I forget which brand it was. I think it might have been Lululemon or one of those type of brands, where it's different because of that reason. So it's not as worth as much because it's an outlet brand. So you got to be really careful when you're outsourcing clothing, apparently. So
Wow.
that's an
Yep.
entire life.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know that's where it's just like, I think, as you put it, you have to be passionate about what you're selling, and you have the knowledge from the clothing side because you did it, and you having that knowledge is power in that aspect as well. And having that knowledge, even though, hey, I'm not selling in that category, is amazing. But you have to have that passion for it, because otherwise it's like, okay, it's closed. And I think that's, and to no fault of, and not saying dogging anyone that sells clothes. I mean, that's great. It's just not up my alley. And I think that's
Yep.
what it all comes down to, is you have to be passionate about what you're selling. I think for us, I'll speak for myself. We've talked about, the three of us have talked about, we grew up with this stuff. Like, we were kids at one time. Like, it's the nostalgia, it's that memory with it that's associated with it, that it's like, I'll be the first one. Strawberry shortcake, Rainbow Bright. I'm like, oh my gosh, I found a 1984 Sprite. Oh my gosh, I want to hold on to it forever. You have to have that. And for me, and I'm just saying it because we've kind of touched on it, and you talked about selling on whatnot. I've watched your shows. You are charismatic. You keep the audience engaged. It is so hard at times because it's just you. And all you're getting, and it's a whole different platform. You're not getting, as you said, that communication, that face to face. You're getting it in a text, but you have to keep that rhythm going. And absolutely. So it's hard. I know it's hard at times on there to be like that engaged and everything else.
So we just did a show today in my truck. It's Munchling
Mondays.
Munchling Monday. God, horrible. And I told him, I was like, because I did one last week, and I got to work from home because it snowed. I'm like, sweet. I was like, I'll jump on the train, we'll do it, and had a blast. So I'm like, what was I saying?
Steve representing North Carolina, Apex Jeff.
Jeff.
Oh, Jeff's in health. Welcome in, Jeff. But yeah, so I told everyone in the chat, I was like, look, I'll do a show, but it's gonna have to be like after 12:30. They're like, why? I'm like, because I'm gonna be at work, and I'm like, I'm gonna be doing this in my car, and I'm like, I'm freaking out because we used to do it in our car, but it was with electronics. I'm holding up big items right in a car, which is fine. I mean, we're talking about selling Look
at all those toys back there.
I know, I love that collection.
I'm at, oh, look. So I don't know if you can see.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
I recreated the this way. I recreated the claw from Toy Story. Yeah, I recreated the claw from Toy Story.
You saved our lives. We are eternally grateful.
Fantastic.
All right. So yeah. What is this? So this is Disney Adorable. Same thing as Munchling,
Let me
right?
make you big so everybody can see what you're talking about here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So this is a Disney Adorable. This is the info balloon. Shout out, whatnot. So info balloon. So to sell this thing,
you gotta rip it on camera. You gotta rip it on camera.
Yeah, let's rip it. All right, Chad.
Oh,
let's
here
see
we
what we
go,
got.
here we go.
Drum roll.
I got the whatnot. All right, Chad. What is it? Oh, look at there. You got Ariel.
Ooh.
He's so
There you go.
cute.
Nice
I love this
pull.
influence series.
I hate them.
All the pieces?
You wanna know
Is
why?
it all the pieces?
Yeah.
Because you drop one of those.
Yeah. I'm like, I got to put these like little seaweed pieces in this little tiny hole. And I got these like sausage fingers. So I'm like, what am I doing?
You're doing this in your car.
Yeah. Luckily, I will say this: the
He had
muslin
Munchlings.
don't
Yeah.
come with this, and but they smell.
Yeah.
Muslins smell, and so I'm like, okay, we'll do it. So we went in there and we started doing the show. Logged in 12:40. I'm sitting in my truck. They're looking at me. I'm like this close to the camera. Like, I'm all right,
'Cause you
people.
have to
Let's
read
do
it.
the show. I'm holding up a box. I'm all right, Chad. You know, bid. You got to do it. You got to do it. And bam, it worked out. But my truck smells like fish now because I pulled so many Donalds.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what Donald is, it's the sushi, and it smells like freaking
Oh.
fish.
Damn.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's
That's what I
my
was,
truck
and
smells
that's what
like fish.
I wanted to circle back, and because I'm not on any other static sites except for drop sites, Facebook, but I mainly sell on Whatnot. I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm not front facing. I'm always hands down. So my ask is, are you always hands down or front facing, or have you done both? I've done both, but I'm just throwing it out there. What have you done?
I've done both. Now with the doorables, it's just easier to be able to have the setup, because like typically I've got like a little shelf and I've got the doorbell stacked up. And I've got some boxes and all the stuff. It's actually over there. But normally I've got like a whole setup. So for everyone to be able to see it, I'd rather them see that stuff than my face, because they're gonna be like, no, I'm not bidding on this. However, if it's plush, I think with plush, you can get by with doing front facing, because not only can you show the item, but now they get a comparison of the size to my big old head, because they're like, oh man, that's big. I'm like, yeah, because I got a big head, right? So bam, it's about the size of my head.
So
it
like, it
works
looks
out.
smaller when I got it.
Yeah, they were like, I thought that was the mini one. No, it's not. I got a big head. But no, I mean, it's really on how comfortable are you. If you're not comfortable with showing your face on camera, you don't have to. That's the great thing about Whatnot. Some categories are a little bit tougher to do that in, but toys, you don't have to be front facing to do toys.
Jeff has a question for you, Stephen. Jeff from North Carolina, which is in your neck of the woods, says, what would your old electronic self say to the current doorbell self? Ooh. There we go.
Why'd you betray us?
Adorables, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. I think they would understand, knowing the fact it's all about, entertaining, making money. If I'm doing an electronic show and I'm not selling anything, or if it's going for way less than what other streamers are getting, then I'm going to have a bad attitude. And with the Disney stuff, granted, yes, there are some, like we've had a bad show, like where I didn't sell anything on Whatnot. But then the next day we did a Wednesday show on a raid train, and I did over $500 on doorables.
Nice.
So, I mean, it's
or Whatnot.
It's all about your profit, really. It doesn't matter what item you sell. It could be electronics, shoes, or whatever. At the end of the day, it's all about your profit. Is the profit margin's the same?
Yeah, Tiny Toys in chat said tiny stuff sells well. People love tiny items.
Look at the G.I. Joe accessories, just the accessories, like the old ones. They sell more than a movie or a video game.
Right.
I mean, it can even sell more than a full console, depending on the console that is. So, I mean, you can't sleep on certain things, but if you don't know that certain thing, then you're going to sleep on it, because you have I've passed up toys over and over and over again because I don't know toys. I know the toys I played with, Pokemon cards, PlayStation 2, stuff like that, yo-yos, etc. But I didn't because I didn't have a lot of stuff growing up, so I didn't have those kind of toys. My toys had to last me, so like I just don't know toys like that. I don't even know doorables. My wife knows more about them than me. I'm just the one selling them because I can entertain. I'm the entertainer.
Yep.
So
Thespian.
Let's talk about your partner in crime, Crystal with a C.
oh god, yeah,
Now, she obviously is helping you along the way. I had the pleasure of meeting Steven and his lovely wife a couple of years ago at the first Nashville reseller meetup. Can't say enough about them as people. Just know that for being true. How's she feel about reselling? How does that work in partnership? Those are my first two questions.
So when I first started doing this, she didn't understand. She did not understand it. She just thought, that was set price for item. That's what you pay for item. No haggling. So overcome and seeing the process, because when we first started off doing reselling, like going to an Amazon bin store, everything was $5, no matter what the item is. It could have been the Sony camera right here, right? And I'll talk about this here in a second. You'll like this one. It could have been that Sony camera. At that time, bin stores were amazing because you got brand new overstock or returns for $5, no matter what the item is. Restart day was $5 day, and we started looking up stuff on Amazon because we're like, oh, on Amazon this thing sells for like $60. So we start buying stuff, just buying it. And when we get home, we're like, oh, well, on eBay, this thing's like $5. Like crap.
Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah.
A drastic difference.
But she learned, and so did I, that you have to look at other platforms to be able to see what something actually is worth. Amazon is an overinflated market. They can put whatever price they want on there, and people will pay it. But that doesn't mean that's what it's worth.
Yeah, it's crazy. They gatekeep too, and there's a lot of stuff. We're gonna have an Amazon reseller on here eventually. Someone that strictly does Amazon says I think there's a lot of value in talking about that. So, anyways, I'll let you continue.
Yeah, we tried doing Amazon, and I'm still like, I have no clue. They're like, oh, you can get ungated in Lego. How? I've tried. I can't do it. But anyway, so it's that she learned like the process of trying to find stuff cheaper, and like we've talked about it before. Like if something ever happened to me, and I'm not here on this earth anymore because my time's up, what would you do? She was like, I would probably keep doing this. So she learned a new skill set. And I tell her all the day, every day, I'm like, you can point out something that's worth a lot more money than what I can, even though she's never done this before. Like we would go to the bin store and she would be like, oh, this thing looks really nice. And I scan it and it's like a $400 makeup brush. And I'm like, what? Like I would have never picked that up. But she just has the eye for really high-end fancy stuff. That's why
this is what I was talking about earlier, perspective and why there's room in reselling, because you and I would have walked right by that, but she saw the value automatically. Quality has a certain feel about it. I had Junk Monkey Treasures on our old podcast, We Don't Give a Flip, and Junk Monkey was talking about a little bit about the quality in an item. And if you're not sure what that quality is because you grew up like the rest of us here, put yourself in front of it. Go to a retail store, go to a Rolex store, ask them to see the watch, put it in your hand and feel it. That's what he was talking about. So get a sense of feel for quality. You don't necessarily have to purchase it, right? Go to some of the outlet malls, or maybe even beyond that. Go to some of these higher end stores and start touching what a cashmere sweater feels like.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
get that tactile feel and that knowledge and the weight and all the other things that come with that, and do your research that way. You don't necessarily have to buy it, but now that you have that information, you know what it feels like, you know what it weighs, you know what all the things. Educate, 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 execute. All right. When you're out and about and you find that stuff, you'll be like, yeah, I know exactly what this is because you did the work. So
Yeah. I mean, it's
yeah,
like there was another Amazon bin store, and they were getting iPads and tablets and computers like crazy. I'm talking about brand new, sealed in the box. And I pick from my buddy all the time when I talk to him about this. They brought out one of these what we call watermelon boxes. It's pretty much a Gaylord box cut in half and full of stuff. And so they pull it out on a pallet jack. They get it all lined up, and everyone just surrounds that box, like just waiting to jump on it like a spider monkey, just waiting on it. And just like at the Amazon bins, or at the Goodwill bins, exact same concept, right? So we're standing there, and I look down, and I just see this little squiggly line, a white box. I'm like, oh crap, I know what that is. Like, I'm looking around, my buddy Jimmy's beside me, and I'm like, God, I wonder if he sees it too. So they pull the pallet jack away, and they say, all right, go. I just jump on it. He gets his hands on it, and we're sitting there. I'm like, you know what? You're my buddy. Take it. It was a 2025 MacBook laptop M2 sealed. It was a $2,500 laptop. Just because I saw the squiggly line, I knew it was happening. So like what you were saying, go to the stores, see the products in the boxes, feel them, get familiar with them. If you're not wanting to do toys, don't do toys. If you're more into doing clothing, do clothing, crochet stuff, do that. Just, you have to get the feel for it. You have to get to know the product, understand it. And then when you're out sourcing, you'll see it and be like, I know exactly what that is. I know the value of it. Look around, see if anyone else is around you. If no one's looking at it, get it. And then haggle the price.
How far are you willing to go, Stephen, for sourcing? Outside let's say you're not, your 20-minute, 30-minute drive. How far are you willing to go?
We drove to Atlanta to pick up a load of heated jackets, like brand new heated jackets. So I mean, that's about a 3-hour drive.
That's
it.
I mean, what do you think? Well, I know that there are folks out there that are hell-bent and determined not to break out of their comfort zone, regardless of how hard they try. They say there's nothing in my area, that I could source. What would you say to that person? What would be your encouraging words for them?
There's always stuff to source. You just have to be creative in what you do. I don't have a lot of yard sales in my area. Like, my area sucks with yard sales. The closest yard sale normally is about 40 minutes out. So if you don't want to drive 40 minutes, look on Facebook Marketplace. That's a tool that you have in your hand. You can be sitting on the commode scrolling on Facebook Marketplace and see if you can find a good deal. So it's all on what you want to do and how far you want to take it.
Right.
Have you ever done the free cycle thing? Those sites where
Is that still a thing? Free cycle?
I don't know if it still is or not, but there are similar sites out there, like pay nothing sites and stuff like that, where you can just go on there and pick something up.
Facebook's really good for that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We use Facebook a lot for that. But we got into the furniture flipping. Like, let's flip furniture. Because we watched YouTube, and the wife was like, oh man, she's making really good money off of this dresser. Like a 4-piece dresser set, making like $3,000. She did her thing. So we did it. We ain't doing it no more. Like, I'm like, no, I'm good. Like
demographic. Yeah.
So how often?
And we went and got this. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask you, how often do you do, like, how often are you sourcing? Sorry.
Uh, I mean, I pretty much every day. I mean, if
Mm.
so, there's like a couple of auction sites that I go to. Not going to say the name in case there's people here in North Carolina close to me. They're probably already on it, but so there's
Damn you,
two auction
Jeff.
sites that I
Jeff.
go.
Damn you, Jeff.
Yeah. Well, I'm not Jeff. See, Jeff's like he's not that far. He's probably like an hour and 15 minutes away from us, maybe an hour and a half. So Jeff's not too far. So he probably doesn't do this, but like I'll just say it. So there's Vista Auction and Macbeth, and there's technically a third one. It's Buggy Busters. So those three sites, like I'm always looking on it just to see, what items are on there. It could be new, used, condition. So I'm on that thing pretty much every single day. I'm on Facebook Marketplace scrolling to see if I can get a good deal on something. And then mainly the weekend. But now since we're doing Whatnot, trying to tie everything in is a little bit, it's tight, not gonna lie. I don't really go to bin stores much anymore just because it's not really worth it. So yeah.
There's a question in chat. Tiny Toy said, do you sell on Etsy? Or have you sold on Etsy?
So I have not sold on Etsy. However, I do want to get a 3D printer. So that way I can create little couches for my doorables or just some kind of stuff to sell along with the doorables.
Genius.
Right?
I love that.
Absolutely
And
genius.
Display
see,
shelf.
yeah. So, but I feel bad because I was talking to my wife yesterday about this, and there's already a seller, and I want to ask you guys this opinion, see what you think. So, there's a seller who does this already. They create all the accessories, couches, stands, all that stuff, right? And they're on Whatnot. Do you feel that it's taken away business from them if you want to start that up? Now, keep in mind, this is not just like going to the Goodwill bins and finding toys and stuff like that. Like, this is custom pieces that are being made by you to sell just like how other people are doing it. How do you feel about it?
When you go to the grocery store, you see how many different bread in the bread aisle. How many different brands of bread are in the bread aisle? I mean, there's room
How
for
many
everybody.
manufacturers there?
Goes to what I always say.
Ooh.
How many, there's different cheeseburgers. There's McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
Are they all delicious? Yeah. What's your mood, right? Do I trust you? Like, where's the trust? Where's the built? Where's the branding? So for me, it's okay to take an idea, but Ellie and I were talking about this earlier today. It's okay to take an idea, but it's how you execute the idea.
Right.
So if you could creatively think of a way in execution, so in my mind, that's when it's okay. I'll let She Shed 244 from Whatnot. She has the insight and perspective. Let's hear it.
The biggest one is there is no, and I mean, if we're real about it, there is no such thing as original idea. It's like at some point, everyone has come up with something and it becomes that similarity. And it becomes, I guess, in the reselling world, somebody might be butthurt about it. But once again, we're in America and there's no such thing as a monopoly. So I'm just saying, I say go for it. You have that option. It's like, do you want to go to Target or you want to go to Walmart? You have options.
Free
so
market,
put the options out there. So it's a free market. So that's where I'm
it
going.
speaks to it. I mean, this is what see here in the States, and if you're watching this and you're not from the States, it might be harder to understand what we're talking about, or maybe not. Maybe it is a free market wherever you are watching in the world. Capitalism is probably one of the most talked about political things right now. But what do you do with that? What do you do with that, Ellie?
I don't know about that, but back back to the question at hand, right? What you're saying is like, so I think I was watching on Whatnot still when durable pens started coming out. When there was one durable pen seller, and then there was 5 durable pen sellers, and now everybody sells durable pens, right? So
Yep.
like, what makes this any different? If you can put your own creative spin on it and put your branding on it and sell it, do it. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't think that takes away from anybody's
Yeah,
business.
it comes down to the creativity of it.
See, and that's how I think. Being in a community is different for me because I've never been in like a niche community selling these little tiny things. And people take these things very seriously.
Yeah.
And I did not understand that until I saw someone trying to get $500 for a durable. And I'm like, are you crazy?
Excuse me.
I'm like, that's a none. I'm not doing that. But these collectors are very serious about it. And so going into the community, it's like, I don't want people to think that by me doing this, I'm trying to take business away. I'm trying to do it to grow my business. But they'll look at it as like, oh, you're just doing it because so-and-so did it. And I'm
How's that
like,
any
There'd be
different
no Wendy's if there's only McDonald's.
And mine is, you're going to have that mindset. There's going to be people that are like, hey, I came up with this idea. Oh, well, so-and-so. And it becomes, it's how to put it. The Whatnot community, I think we all have talked about it. It's an amazing community. But then you also have other aspects of that where people within the community are like, no, it's like, this is my toy category. This is what I sell. I do this. That they have that mindset. So you just got to kind of feel it out. I think if you're coming from a genuine place and this is like, hey, I'm trying to make money. I'm not trying to steal anything from you, but this is what I want to do it. If you're coming from that place of honesty and integrity with it, then go for it. There's going to always be somebody that's going to get mad about it or like they copied my idea and all that sort of thing. But it's like, honestly, who had the idea for, you've been selling it first. Maybe I've been thinking about it for 4 or 5 years. You never can really pinpoint it. So yeah.
I have a great idea for your 3D printing durable business. Hear me out. All right, I got some outlandish stuff going on.
Oh, I have some ideas too. I already had one.
I'm going to tie it back to your beard. You need to 3D print beards for your durables. Let's go. I done unlocked it for you.
So
it's awesome.
Believe it or not, there is a category for durables. What do they call it? It's dismantled durables. And so like they'll take a durable just like this one, and then they'll make it look evil. There's demontic durables. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
So like I saw one where it was one of the night guys had the sword up. They had the other on top of the sword. It was the durable head going through it, and I'm like,
the dark side of durables.
A legit thing.
horror durables? Yikes!
And I'm like,
people are doing it with precious.
That's crazy.
Moments. They're doing it with little people. You see them where they're taking
Dolls.
like a old dollhouse and they're creeping it out or whatever. I forget. There's a word for it, but yeah, I could see how that would do really well on Whatnot.
Yeah,
a niche within a niche.
Correct. Yeah.
My
idea was, I don't know your thought process, but I feel like you need a Toy Story couch to put your Toy Story durables. Like you can start doing themed. I don't know if that's where you're going with it, but
yeah. So there's the person who does this. There's like 2 sellers in the Disney category that do 3D printed stuff. I think, or there could be. I think there's 2, like the main ones, and so they do themed shelves. Like it's like the shelves that they do for these things are ridiculous. I'm talking about like beautiful shelves, And, I mean, they were asking like $40, $50.
I'll
And
say
I'm
that
like,
that's cheap. I was thinking
like a
50 and
like a
70.
diorama type of thing.
it's like
That'd be an
yeah.
interesting approach to doorables, right? Create a diorama and just like have all these doorables doing crazy, outlandish things inside of it. There you go. There's an idea.
Yeah,
You guys are
it's,
welcome for all my ideas. The beards.
so I do want to start doing like 3D printed beard bottle openers. That's one idea I got. Yeah.
I think that's a fantastic job. Stephen, we're at the
Yeah.
time in the podcast where we do this thing. We do this thing and we started doing it. And you're part of the Epic February lineup. We're having Stephanie Fuson on. We actually did it with her. We recorded it. So it's going to be dropping. So yours is actually going to come out first. I think, actually, no, I'm sorry. Jimmy was first. You're second. But that's okay. I wouldn't want to. I mean, I guess I could follow.
It's okay. I'll take second place.
Jimmy said he wanted to see Tim over the years come on the podcast. Now it's your chance. The Bearded Finds. Who would you like to see on Launchpad Reseller podcast? Let's go.
Joey Bada Bing.
Ooh.
Joey Bada Bing. Patrick.
And the reason being, I haven't seen him. I haven't heard from him. I know he took a little time off, but Joey Bada Bing was my guy. And he was always a good dude to talk to, full of energy, classic. I mean, overall good guy. So, Joey Bada Bing.
Joey Bada Bing, you've heard it here. We're calling you out on Launchpad Reseller podcast. The Bearded Finds admires you, wants to hear from you, and thinks that you can uplift our community and add value here. And we would love to have you on. So, in all seriousness. So we're going to open it up to chat for more questions for you, Stephen. And I think you brought a gift for everybody, if I'm not mistaken. There was talk of a gift. There's a talk of a gift.
It's
first time ever, by the way.
Here.
See, you bring a beard on, and this is what you get.
That's so cool.
Yeah, like, this is like a legit like podcasting like mic. It's got like the.
Let's make this big so like folks can see. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, there we go.
So it's got your knobs, everything. You can connect it to like the little arm.
Heck yeah.
The base comes like disconnected.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So how does this work,
I'm gonna say
Stephen, how does this giveaway work? Let's the folks understand what's going on.
Okay. Right? So back in the day, we used to do this all the time. Whenever we would go live, do live unboxings, and I'd give away one item in the box, no matter what it is. So we have a wheel. Yeah. So the wheel. So whoever's in the chat.
There it is, right here. The YouTube giveaway. You gotta like, subscribe, and comment.
Yes. So you have to. That goes across. Not only do you have to subscribe to the Rocket City Reseller, you have to comment in here. You have to be live. Once this launches and it goes later on down the road, then fortunately you're not going to be able to enter because you have to be.
Sorry, not in replay, only live right now in this moment.
Yeah.
At timestamp 1:33:45.
Let's go.
Wait, what time?
We're an hour and 30 minutes. We're an hour 30 minutes into this.
Oh. I was like, wait, what happened? So yeah, whoever's in the chat, put a camera emoji if you can. I think you can do camera emojis. If not, then do like a.
Know what you do? Put beard in the put beard in the chat.
Yeah, put beard.
Just the word beard. Put beard in the chat. We'll know that you're in for the giveaway. So if you want to be in the giveaway, you have to be on YouTube. You can't be on Facebook. You can't be on Instagram. We're broadcasting and we're also coming through Spotify. So you have to be on YouTube. Okay, Rocket City Reseller on YouTube, and come in. Jeff's in on the giveaway. Apex Jeff NC
Okay.
is our first entry.
So what I'll do is I will type your name onto the wheel,
Okay, Kim
and
B,
whoever
Kim
gets
B
pulled.
3399's in.
Okay. So whoever once the wheel starts spinning, whoever it lands on, you have to show me. You have to send me a message. Show me that you're subscribed to the Rocket City Reseller. If you're not, you don't get it. So you have to be subscribed. You have to comment, and you have to like the video. So far, there's no likes on this video, on this live. There's none, which is ridiculous. What are you guys doing? Come on now.
Got to get that like on there.
Look,
Comment.
I'm gonna be the first one. Okay, so we got one. There's one in on there, which is me. I just did it live. So Amanda's lying. That was not you. I did it. I saw it. I'm just kidding. So
Kim B, get in there. Don't miss out on a chance to win a podcast, Mike. Y'all sleep in chat is what she's.
Yeah, I'm sleeping. So this mic right here is like a $60 microphone. What are you doing, chat? Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's look at it again.
Right,
let's look at it again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shut up so you can go over the rules one more time.
Okay. So completely free. You're not to pay for shipping unless you want to. That's up to you. I paid for this item myself. So I wanted to do something different. I wanted to step up the game for other people that come on here and be like, okay, I gotta bring something. I gotta bring something different. So we're doing a free item. So I'm going to look in the chat and have however many people have the word beard. Your name's gonna go on the wheel. And right before we're about to end, then I will spin it. And then you'll just message me on Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want to message me on. That's the same name, The Beard Defines. And you'll message me, show me that you're subscribed, and then give me your address, and I'll send it to you. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. You heard it here.
All right.
Y'all make sure you follow now. You got to remember, you got to follow, like, subscribe. Steven's on YouTube as well. Check out his content. He has great stuff. You know, if you're into that Amazon bin stuff or picking videos, stuff like that. He's been doing this a lot longer than us. I can't say enough about his character as a person. So you guys will want to make sure that you're following him. He's an insightful young man. And it's interesting calling someone who's 35 young man, but here we are. So make sure you follow him. Make sure you follow him because you're gonna know all the things about reselling. He's a reseller's reseller, and this is proof of it. So make sure you go ahead and follow him. And we're gonna go ahead and get back to the podcast right now. So let me try to make this bigger if I can. There we go. Alrighty. So notes. So we're going to open it up, like I said, to questions. Let's see if there's any more questions. If you got your burning questions and I did not get to them or I missed them in the comments, and I'm sorry about Instagram and Facebook. I can't not see your comments because StreamYard is not working right. But I want to encourage you to still ask them, and we'll come back to them later if we can. So reach out to Steven or reach out to us on Facebook, Instagram, and we'll get those answered. But now's your chance to ask those burning questions. How long did it take to? I'll be first. How long did it take to grow a beard that epic?
A year. Right, probably not this long. I used to keep it nice and clean with the chin strap, everything. I used to shave. I literally got shaved like every 2 days because I'm hairy as all get out.
Right, here's the first question.
So,
ready? Besides beard care, which is important.
Yes.
When's the next time you're coming to Tennessee to thrift? That's a good one.
Whenever we're invited.
You're invited anytime.
Flipping it back on you then. It would. I know there should be talks of hopefully another reseller meetup in Tennessee. I've talked to the man with the plan, and he said it's in works.
Oh,
I haven't heard anything official.
this is the first I'm hearing of it, and I've asked every reseller that come on. See, Steven's in the know.
I asked him, and because we was on Whatnot, I'm like, so I was asking about the Nashville meetup. I'm like, let's tag Ray. Come on, let's add Ray in here, and so he came on, and I'm like, hey, Nashville meetup, what's going on with it? He's like, it's in the works, and I'm like, okay. I haven't heard nothing, but I know he's busy. And doing these meetups is like, not only does that cost money, but it takes time. So
there's an emotional toll, I would imagine. I gotta imagine.
It is. I mean, you have to think you're planning an event for hundreds of people, so trying to make sure everything goes smooth, and it could take a toll on you.
Yeah, it can, and you're right. Ray's a stand-up dude, and we appreciate everything he does for the reseller community. And this is just one small piece of that in the grand scheme of everything that he's done. We've been on his podcast once, and I can't say enough about his character and his reseller attitude. I'm all for that as well. So everybody give some love to Ray. Don't just reach out to him and ask him when the meetup is. Reach out to him and ask him if he's okay, if he needs it, something. Be that person instead. So I'll just go ahead and leave there. But we have a question. From Tiny Toys would like to know, what do you like about Palm Street?
Ooh, this is a good one. Okay. So I love multicasting, right? Whatnot, you can only do it with iPhones, or if you have a PC set up. You cannot do it with Android. And when you do multicast, you can't see the chat from where you're streaming to. You can only see the chat in Whatnot.
Right.
Palm Street, you can see the chat from other platforms in Palm Street.
That's nice.
Man, that's fire.
Yes. So like we did a live stream on Palm Street, and I casted it, and I can't remember if I used my iPhone or my Android. I prefer my Android because the camera's 10 times better. iPhones suck.
Thank you.
He said vindicated. We've been trying to co-host on Whatnot for the longest time, and we can't do it because of iPhone and Apple incompatibility.
Yeah.
And it's super frustrating. It really is.
Okay. So this is a S23 Ultra. Camera's like one of the best on the market, right? I got this at a bin store. It's an iPhone. This thing is so blurry. I'm like, it's struggle. So, now don't hold me to this. I'm pretty sure on Palm Street you can use Android and multicast. If not, you still have to use iPhone. However, you can see the chat to YouTube, Facebook, wherever you want to stream it to.
That's
which is
huge. Palm Street, reach out to StreamYard and collab, because StreamYard could take a note from them in software development. I don't know if you knew this, Steven, but I'm a software engineer. That's what I do for a living. That's super important, figuring that out. So they can definitely take a note there. We had another question for you, by the way. Let me see if I can pull that up for you. Let's see. Apex Jeff, North Carolina. He said, is Ray the Nashville Flipper trying to look like you? Copycat.
So he's my brother from another mother.
That would explain it.
Like whenever we first met up, we was over at FlipCon. And it was the second year of FlipCon, and that was the first time we ever met up. And like I started looking at him, like my beard was shorter, it wasn't this long. Glasses, dark skin. I'm like, I need to go talk to my mom to see if she needs to tell me something, because this looks ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
And like if he has his hat on, I've got my hat on. Like someone at Nashville meetup started talking to me thinking I was Ray, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not Ray. Like,
That is fantastic.
you get the wrong guy.
Hmm.
But yeah,
What
he's
a
I
legend.
pick with him all the time.
You're both legends in the making, I think, in the reseller community. I
Nah.
will just say that. I will just say that. I'll go put it out there. I'm going to put it out there in faith for you. There's so much more that's coming from the Bearded Finds, y'all. You're not going to want to miss a moment. I can guarantee you that. Stephen, we want to thank you and just say so heartfelt thank you for being on the podcast. It means a great deal to us. It really does. I'm going to open it up to the team for final thoughts, and we'll get yours in closing, and we'll also do the giveaway. So we'll start with Ashley. Final thoughts for Stephen, or even
I say
viewing audience.
go for the 3D printing. Don't think, go. You already had the idea. Go. Full steam ahead.
Yeah,
Love
there
it.
you go.
I just want to say thank you for coming on and bringing a kind of new, fun thing, a giveaway. This is our first giveaway on here, so that's really fun. And hopefully we get this meetup running, and hopefully we see you then. I think I think you're featured on my YouTube from one of the meetups.
It was I think it was the first one because we wore the Walmart shirts.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
You're right.
Was it the first one?
I don't remember, but whatever that one
Don't
was,
remember.
that's
Yeah.
I remember the Walmart thing.
Yeah.
So very fun. I hope to see you again in person and get to know you a little better too in person. So I loved
Oh
it.
yeah, definitely.
And then I just wanted to say thank you once more, and I just want to remind you guys that being a resellers is super important. I know I'm broadcasting to a lot of different places right now, and you're hearing the sound of my voice. I just want to remind you guys to be kind, be generous, be open-minded in your journey along the way. Don't forget your humanity in reselling. And I'll leave it there. And we're going to go ahead and have Stephen work on the giveaway here and see if we can do it. Are we doing it live,
Awesome.
Steve?
Yeah, we're gonna do it live.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, let's go.
You should be able to see the
Make sure that you remember you have to like, comment, and also put beard in.
So whoever's still left in the chat, make sure, because we've only got 4 people on the wheel, so your chance is 25% right now. So if you're still in there, put the word beard. I want to make sure all 4 people are still in here.
1 in 4
on the live chat.
1 in 4.
Do you have to add the wheel to the stage?
Yeah, you can. You can take away the giveaway logo.
I'll go ahead and remove that, and I'll go ahead and add this here. There we go.
It's fancy.
There we go.
Okay, so we've got all right. So Kim, Jeff. If those 2 people ain't here, you ain't gonna know. Oh, they might be getting the boot. Okay. No, you're not excluded.
You're in chat. You're active.
Kim's
Yeah.
in here. I think
Yeah,
they're all here. Everybody's here.
Kim, I see Kim, Jeff, Amanda. What about is Tiny Toys?
Yep.
Tiny Toys is still in
okay.
there. Yep, she's still in
Okay.
there.
All right. So we're gonna spin it. And wait, where's my spin button? I guess this. Okay, we're gonna test this one out. This was a different version of the wheel, so let's see what happens. All right, here we go.
There we go.
No.
Good luck.
Good luck, everybody.
Kim for the
Kim B.
Kim?
3399.
congratulations.
Let's go,
Awesome.
Kim B.
All right, Kim, send me a message on whatever platform, Facebook, Instagram, whatever platform it is. If or you can reach out to me through email which is thebeardedfinds@gmail.com. If that's easier for you, you can do that. And then I'll get this. It'll be Instagram. Awesome. Telegram. Telegram.
Tim B, we appreciate you so much for liking, subscribing, and watching and following along the journey. If you're a reseller, Kim B, and I'm sure you are if you're watching this, or you soon will be, why don't you drop in chat what you sell and where you sell? That way we can let everybody know where you're selling and all the things. And that reminds me, we didn't talk about that. Where can people find you, Stephen? Where can they find you?
So YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. If you can't find me, just go to Google and type in the largest bin store East Coast. You'll find me. Or just type in the Bearded Finds. I'm the prettier one in the bearded guys. So and younger.
Listen, when you first get into the bearded culture, it's hard to keep you guys separated, but you kind of get it after a while. I'm starting to figure that out. So.
I mean, there's different styles of beards and stuff like that. So
you'll always have the one thing that nobody else does. You were first on Launchpad Reseller podcast. Let's go. I want to remind you guys. I want to remind you guys, if you can't be good at it. Steven, stick around. We're going to talk off screen for just a second, and I want to just wrap things up and remind you, just keep on being that reseller's reseller and be kind and generous and all the things. We'll catch you on the next episode. Hey, next week, Wade's Ventures. He's got like 200,000 people. 200,000 people on subs.
Can't wait.
He's a storage locker, all the things. Man, you're not going to miss that one. Whew. He is all over the place. Storage locker domination. YouTube sensation. Wade Ventures. All right, we'll catch you next time.